Hello, Internet, and welcome back to the Story Nook. Today we'll be reading another really old fanfiction I wrote because I got to work hella early. Like damn near over half an hour early. So we're just gonna read this one. It was written in 2017 in January. This is when it was published. And it's called Confession. It's a ShadAmy fanfiction. And this is chapter 1. It does have several chapters, but I've yet to finish it. And I did actually begin a comic book version of this just for like funds and to practice comic booking again. Which I think you guys might have seen in a couple of speed paints. So let's go ahead and get into this one. And just go ahead, grab your coffee, your tea, your water, whatever it is you want to have to hydrate yourself. Tails wrapped a blanket around the pink hedgehog. She was out of it drunk and was pretty close to sleep. Amy sure is going to suffer a hangover when she wakes up, Hershey giggled as she rubbed the girl's back. Well, it is a celebration, Sally shrugged. Though I don't get why she finally wanted to get drunk on her 22nd birthday. Tails paused on the piece of pizza he was eating. He smirked as he swallowed the food. Amy-chan, he sang softly. Hi, Tailsu, she replied in Japanese. What are we celebrating, Amy-chan? Hugs, Amy bounced up and beamed at him. Why are we celebrating hugs? Tails mused as he propped his head in his hand. Shadow-kun gave me a hug today. Shadow never gives hugs, so such things should be celebrated. Tails nodded as he wrapped the blanket around her again. That's nice, he pulled her against his chest. Maybe one day you can tell Shadow you like him, Nah. I love Shadow-kun, but my friendship is more important than that, she mumbled into the fox. Tails nodded as he patted on her head. Well, go to sleep, my drunk friend. Sleep and dream of nice things. Amy nodded before a soft snore left her. Tails looked up at the cat with pigtails sitting across from him. You owe me $10. Honey pouted as she pulled out her wallet. She grabbed 10 out and handed it to him. Sneaky fox, she declared. Sneaky, Tails chuckled. That's the first time I've been called that. Smart, yes. Sneaky, no. So how am I sneaky, honey? Honey glared at him. How drunk are you? Not drunk enough that I'll forget anything, he gave a cheeky smirk. Honey glared at him, but said nothing else. So yeah, this one was really short. And I really do enjoy writing these silly fan fictions. So thank you all for being here. Have a good day. This one's really short, so I'll read another one later. Bye-bye for now. We're gonna go with this one. I've already read chapter 1. Hello, Internet, and welcome back to the Story Nook. Go ahead and grab your tea, your coffee, your water, your hot cocoa, whatever it is you want to drink today. And we're going to go ahead and jump in to some more stories. Today I'm going to be reading you an old fan fiction I wrote back in 2017, as this was posted on a Wednesday, January 18th. And this is chapter 2 of Confessions, which I read chapter 1 a couple of days ago, but we're gonna put them both together for the same video, as they were both, like, the first chapter was really short, so we're gonna see how long this one is, and then we might read chapter 3, and I don't think chapter 4 was ever finished. Tails smiled as Shadow the Hedgehog entered his workshop. What did you want to show me? He asked curtly. A very interesting tape, Tails beamed as he grabbed an Omo Chow off of a shelf. He pressed a button on the robot Chow's back. A floppy disk came out of the Omo Chow's mouth. Tails pulled it out like it was a delicate thing that could easily break. Watch it, and I'm sure you'll find it. But do it in your own time. If Rouge gets involved, it might cause trouble for you. Tails placed the disc in a case before putting it in Shadow's hand. Shadow arched an eyebrow at the fox, but didn't bother to argue. He merely nodded as he went home to drop the tape off. He wondered if the Omo Chow had caught some plot of the doctor's or someone in guns that might cause trouble. Or it could have something to do with Chaos Emerald, since Rouge might cause him trouble if she saw it. Shadow placed the disc in his drawer at home by his computer. It was a bright orange disc, so he hoped his pet Chow wouldn't find it and try to eat it. They associated most orange things with food these days. Before leaving back to work, he opened the door to see two Chows sleeping on his bed. He shook his head at their odd sleeping positions before heading back to work. Rouge grinned at the pink hedgehog. Come on, it's just one date. Amy shook her head. It had been 2 days since Amy had made that drunk confession while out with everyone. She was lucky that Tails didn't tease her about it. She had been getting sympathy hugs from Hershey, Bunny, and Sally. Even Antoine and Jeffrey were being sympathetic to her. Antoine she could get, but Jeffrey being sympathetic was just odd. And now here Rouge was trying to get her to go on a date with Shadow. Come on, Amy. You know you want to go, Rouge argued, so why not make it a date? It would be best to go as a group, Amy stated. That way everyone can enjoy it together. Rouge sighed as she moved some stray strands of fur out of her eyes. The door opened and the white bat perked up. Hey, Shadow, come give me a hand here, Rouge called her partner over. Good afternoon, he greeted them with a court nod. What do you require assistance in? Amy wants to invite everyone to go to the art museum, but I'm trying to get her to understand you would probably prefer to go with just her to see it, Rouge quickly fibbed. Would you tell her which you would like? Shadow nodded as he thought it over. If you're there, we'll have to keep you from stealing any jewels. Sonic wouldn't appreciate it. Other than that, I can't find fault with inviting anyone else. Rouge pouted. That wasn't what she wanted him to say. Amy merely smiled in relief. When are you planning on going? Shadow asked. Probably this Saturday, she replied. Or do you think that's too soon? Shadow nodded. It'll work for me. We hopefully won't be sent to the field soon. So what art is being displayed? They added a new exhibit on old religious paintings and surrealist paintings, Amy replied with a smile. Shadow nodded as he walked to his desk to do his work for the day. Amy said bye to them as she left to invite the others. Shadow walked home to find his two chows sitting underneath the couch cushions. Apparently they woke up and built themselves a fort. Shadow put the cushions back and fed the little demons. They followed him around as he walked into the room where he kept the computer. He popped the bright orange disc and watched the video file on the disc. The chow propped themselves on his shoulders as he watched. He was expecting to see the doctor hatching another scheme. What he saw was not that. It was Amy, highly intoxicated from the looks of it. She spoke in a mixture of Japanese and English. Shadow arched a brow, wondering if Tails had given him the wrong tape, but then, why did Tails have this footage? Did the fox perhaps have some weird hobby that he didn't know of? If there is anything indecent on this tape, I'm telling Rose, and she can hit him, Shadow told himself. I really love Shadow-kun, Amy stated in a happy voice. Shadow stared at the footage for a moment. Rose said she loved him, but their friendship was more important to her. Suddenly, it clicked in Shadow's brain. Rouge was trying to set them up on a date this afternoon. Shadow sighed as he pinched the bridge of his nose. He turned off the computer, taking out the disc. He would return it to Tails and take the chow to the garden nearby to play. He had always liked Rose, but love, the word felt wrong in his brain, let alone his mouth. He told himself he would pretend not to have ever heard or seen it. That way, Rose wouldn't feel uncomfortable. If she wanted to keep a friendship, he would do that. And that, my darling little lovelies, is chapter 2. I also don't remember how long the very first one was. But I hope you all enjoyed it. This is like a really old fanfiction that I wrote. No, I don't think I ever finished it. If you guys want, I will consider finishing it. But I will have to reread the whole entire thing, so you'll have to suffer through with me. And with that, thank you all for being here. Have a great time. Let me know if there's any other stories or types of stories you would like me to read down in the comment section below. Thank you all for being here and have a great day. Bye bye!